Hey, good morning. What's happening? My friend's Eric Wilkes here, and I'm going to share with you today a tip on blogging for SEO, and we're going to kind of build upon the video that I did a couple of days ago with my social media map. And really, SEO, blogging for SEO, your central hub across the entire internet, your central hub. I'm going to call this central or your blog. Your blog is essentially your central hub. It is the source for you to give your ideas, your rants, your raves, what you've tried, what you've tested, what you've proven to work, and so on and so forth. Anything that you want to share, but it's really the central branding piece to your entire internet operation. It's a place where people can go to get to know you on a little bit deeper level, as well as get some of your insights to the world and so on and so forth. So it's important if you go this route. Now, let me throw a little disclaimer. You don't have to have a blog. We're in a direct response marketing world. You do not have to have a blog. But if you choose to have one, and you choose to blog for SEO or search engine optimization, which is really, my opinion, the only reason you have a blog in the first place. My personal blog I haven't touched in 2 years, since 2009. 2 years. I haven't touched it. Haven't written an article. I had less than a handful out there in the first place. But I'm going to share with you a strategy with SEO that I implemented starting June 23rd, 2011. I just started implementing this, and it's working like an absolute charm, so I thought that I would share this with you. I use, number one most important thing is keyword research. Keyword research. Keyword research is everything when it comes to search engine optimization. I'm going to walk you through using the AdWords keyword tool, and if you just Google that, so just go to Google and type in AdWords keyword tool, you will see that come up. Number two is keyword density. Keyword density. And I don't want you to be confused by that. What I mean by that is when you write an article or a blog post, the perfect or ideal length is 300 to 600 words, right? That's the ideal length, 300 to 600 words. And you want to have your keyword in there, which is your keyword density. Out of that 300 to 600 words, the sweet spot is 1 to 3%. 1 to 3%. So in other words, if you've got 300 words in your article, and let's say, your keyword is skills of a good leader, well, you're going to have the words skills of a good leader in there at least 3 times. So I hope that makes sense. So for keyword density, 1 to 3%. Number 3, and this is, I'm going to demonstrate all of this in just a minute. Number 3 is on top of keyword density and keyword research gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Forgive me. Keyword density, and you're going to rock out with title tags. So title tags are important on your actual blog post, and I'm going to again explain this. And let me clear this off here really quickly so that I can draw a little bit more. So again, number 1, keyword research. Number 2 is keyword density. Number 3 is your title tags of your actual blog post. So in other words, you're going to have things in bold. You're going to have what's called a header tag and so on and so forth. And again, I'm going to explain all of that momentarily. And let me dive into this and just demonstrate for you exactly what this means. Number 4, as you're doing, and this kind of goes under keyword research, you're actually going to type in your keyword in the Google search bar. So you're going to go to Google, and what you're looking for is less than 50 or less than 100,000 results. Somewhere between 50 and 100,000 results is the real sweet spot. And again, I think the easiest and best way for us to proceed is to really just dive in here and demonstrate it for you. And I'm going to give you a couple of really good examples. Here's one for closed leads and closing leads. And this met my criteria, and this is one that I already used, so I just wanted to demonstrate this for you. So closed leads and closing leads. Ideally, what you're doing is you're coming over here, and again, this is the AdWords keyword tool. You can see the link right up here at the top, adwords.google.com. And you're looking for something that has this global monthly searches between 500 and 5,000 results. And as you can see, both of these, this one's a little bit short, but they pretty much meet the criteria. They have between 500 and 5,000 results. The next step, you can actually click on each of these, and what happens then is it's going to pull up the search results just like this. And what I want you to do is I want you to actually put it in quotes. You can see how I put closed leads in quotes here. And it comes back and it tells me how many search results there are. And as you can see, this fits the criteria that I'm going for. It has only 91,000 results. Again, you want the sweet spot is 50 to 100,000 results or less. This fits the sweet spot. It means that I can probably rank organically for a blog post. And you can see actually this is me right here, number one. When you remove it out of quotes, again, there's me again. When you type in closed leads, I'm ranked number one for this, which is pretty sweet, pretty cool. Diving in a little bit farther, again, closing leads, put it in double quotes. It has 118,000. Now, it can go a little bit above that 100,000 mark, but if you're a beginner, I highly recommend you stick to the criteria I gave you between 50 and 100,000. The more competition that you have out there, the harder it is to rank. I'm just showing you this as an example. And when you remove the quotes, here I am, number 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. I'm right down here, number 5. You can see that's my blog post right there, ericwilks.net. Again, and it's cool because I'm hanging out with people like Katie Freiling, who, you know, I know she knows what she's doing in this industry. And the point is, in doing these, and you have to be consistent with your blogging efforts, you can't just do one post a week. You've got to do 1 to 2 posts a day, but it's going to be a consistent lead flow for you. You know, if each post brings you, if you follow that criteria, if each post brings you 1 or 2 leads a week, just imagine if you have a couple of hundred posts out there and each one of them bring you 1 to 2 leads a week. Now you're all of a sudden generating, you know, 200, 300, 400 leads a week. So I hope that that makes sense for you. And the return on your investment for that, you can really start to do some mathematics on it and see what you have invested in getting your blog set up, the money. You know, typically it's going to cost you $300 to get a blog. Your hosting, that's going to cost you $100 a year. So let's just do that math. So you've got, you know, $100 in hosting. You've got $300 in blog design and setup. You've got $10 for a domain name registration. So if you do that, that means you've got around $410 invested in your blog. And let's say your first year, you go out and you go 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year, at 5 days a week. So that's roughly, and you're going to do 2 blog posts per day, right? So you're going to do essentially 10 blog posts a week. So I'm going to erase this and put a 10 there. So at the end of your first year, you have 500 posts. 500 posts, and this is just an example if you stay committed. 500 posts, each bringing you 1 to 2 leads, and I'm being very small here. 1 to 2 leads per week. Now, you do the math on that. That's 500 posts over the course of a year. Obviously, you can see at 1 to 2 leads per week per post, that is going to be phenomenal. So your return on your investment, if you focus on this, is just freaking tenfold. It's tenfold. So again, let me give you that criteria.